Hi, this is Maurice, Benard, and Anna Damergis. Welcome to the Maurice and Anna Show. Okay, this is the Maurice and Anna Show, and we're so happy to be here.
I'm happy.
We are happy to be here.
Yeah.
And this is our second show, and we can't wait to discuss what we're going to... I don't even know, what are we discussing?
I just really want to know, do you believe in love at first sight?
Oh, my God.
On.
That was so
You're
like...
a soap
That
guy.
was so planned.
Everybody wants to know.
What are we doing today? Do you believe
That's right.
in love at first sight?
I want to know.
That was a
since
commercial.
You have this very successful career
Yeah.
in soaps. You have a successful marriage, 34 years and counting.
Mm-hmm.
You have a beautiful wife, a beautiful family. And I was just wondering, do you believe in love at first sight? Now, I'm not saying that it all ends well. I'm just saying, do you believe in love at first sight? Oh, my God.
I can only say that it's never happened to me because...
Really?
No, because when I first saw Paula, my wife of 34 years, I hope it's 34, that's what Anna said in the last show. But if it's not, then it's over 30.
I think so.
Okay. I saw her at a mall, and I just thought she was cute. You know, I was dating a lot. And I said, she's cute. She had big eyes, and she was dancing.
And she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
And sweet.
Yeah, it was all good. And I asked her out. But I didn't think it was love.
No?
No, I just wanted to go
But
out.
did you have like butterflies?
Nah, maybe
Or are
tiny
you too
bit.
cool for butterflies?
No, I would.
They say butterflies is anxiety and it leads to other negative
Well,
things. but
I'm the
saying.
guy who acts like he's not nervous, but he is.
Okay.
Always. Mm-hmm. So I went in, asked her out, then I said to my buddy, I don't know, and then I kind of stood her up.
What didn't you know?
Well, it's in my book, so she was just too young. And
That makes sense. Then.
right. So
So it wasn't really about her specifically. It was just the age gap, maybe.
yeah, but I didn't know her for it to be about her anyway because she was so cute. But then about a year later, I went back in and asked her out again. But I will say, when not love at first sight, but the first time I kissed her, it was
Sweet.
I thought, damn, that was good. I really did. I was
See?
like, I walked in my house, she left, and I said, damn, her lips were so soft. And I was like, damn, that's good. But did I think that, actually we ended up, living together like 3 months later, but not, I've never love at first sight, no.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
I believe in it.
Oh, you've had it?
I believe in it. I don't know if I've had love at first sight, but when I have met people, I knew that I was going to date them immediately. And even with my ex-husband, when I had met him, something inside said, you're going to marry him and you're going to have one son with him. I swear to God, I had a dream after that I had one son with him, which is what I did. I didn't know about the divorce part, of course. I didn't have any premonition about that. I mean, I probably knew at some point that there were some red flags for me that I ignored because I wasn't in the greatest space when we met. However, I did have, I want to say, premonitions of people who I would date in the future. Like when I met them, like, wow, I felt a connection, and then later we dated.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously, none of them worked out so well, but I did have that premonition that we would connect on another level and start dating or get engaged or...
But
married.
was
or
it love
whatever
at
it is.
first sight? Or was it lust at first sight?
Definitely was not lust. And it wasn't.
But it didn't work
love.
out.
Well, most relationships don't. You're a
But were you-
rarity.
But were you in love?
When I first met him, no, I wasn't in love when I first met him. I think that I fell in love with him because I was in a very bad situation going from a guy who I dated from 15 to 30, and we were engaged. And that didn't work out for multiple reasons that
15 to
yeah,
30.
15 to 30. And then my mother passed away. And then I met this guy and
Wait, hold on.
yes,
Why did the 15 to 30 not work out?
he was a serial cheater. Sorry, but you were. Sorry, I just won't say your name.
Oh, he cheated all the time. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm. But we were kids.
Were you
so-
devastated at 30?
Well, I was devastated because he was cheating while my mother was dying. And that was really difficult for me. And I don't say he's a bad person. I think he was just immature and selfish. But I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's an okay person. I just think he wasn't evolved.
Wow.
And, you know, I ended up in a place where I met this other guy and I ended up marrying him 3 years after we met. And he also was in another relationship and he had ended that. So we were both coming out of relationships and we got married. And I think I just didn't really understand his values versus mine. And now being divorced, I understand that you have to have similar values or the relationship will never sustain itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And sometimes you have similar
important.
values and it still doesn't work out.
right, sure, there's a lot of factors involved as we grow up, right?
Right.
I mean, when you're in love in your 20s or you're a teenager and then you're in your 20s and 30s, it's different than this stage.
Yeah.
And then once you've been divorced and you've gone through a marriage and you've co-parented through the divorce and now you're co-parenting at this stage of our life, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
level of understanding and empathy and patience, and it's not easy.
What goes through who you are after a divorce? What happens? You have to understand, I've been with the same person for 34 years. I've never been divorced. So I'm kind of, I like to know what that's like. Yeah.
Divorce can be devastating. You have to have a really strong support system around you when you decide to file and move forward with the divorce, if it's your choice. If it's not your choice, that's a whole nother thing that you're dealing with because you feel abandoned, I would imagine. But I think the issue with me personally was that our marriage had been broken for a long time. I just didn't have the courage to figure out how to follow through with talking about getting divorced in a mature way and then working it out amicably. I didn't have that skill set. And I believe that if my mother was alive, I would have handled it differently. I believe that if my father hadn't died in the process of me filing for divorce, I would have handled it differently. Because hindsight is 20/20. I could now look back and say, yeah, I should have did this differently. But it's a very difficult journey going through that divorce, especially if it's not amicable. So you sort of have to rebuild your life because I was married for 14 years.
And a child.
And a child. I only have one. I can't imagine more. And now you have to co-parent with this person you don't get along with.
Right.
And there's all this contention.
Yeah.
And then you're going through the legal system. And then you're fighting for who's the better parent, who the kid is going to stay with.
Right. Do you find that men have a certain feeling about dating a divorced woman?
I haven't had that experience yet, personally. I haven't had that experience yet. I think that it just depends on the individual. I think that at this stage in life, you meet a lot of people who are divorced with children. I do find that men that I meet who are divorced, who have children, have a more difficult time dating because they don't know how to manage the time with their children that they get. And I think it becomes a very slippery slope when you're dealing with the men that can't manage the co-parenting.
Well, yeah, because you know, hypothetical, if I were divorced from my wife and she's got some other dude, I'm not going to be cool with that.
Clearly, you're not going to be cool with that. That's your personality. But
Yeah,
I think time handles that, right?
right.
And you have to accept certain things as they are. And I think that your focus becomes your child or your children
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
not
get it.
yourself, because you learn to think about things differently, because you can't act the same as you did in the marriage when you're out of the marriage. So you have to restructure your thought patterns and the way you speak
I get
to
it.
your ex moving forward, right? And you don't want your children to ever look at you like you're
I know that's difficult.
the bad parent or negative.
That would be difficult.
Yeah, it's
for me.
hard. It's not easy. It's a daily practice. It's a daily practice, and I ask God for all sorts of forgiveness because I am not perfect, and I think terrible things, and terrible things sometimes slip out of my mouth, and then I have to go back and say, you know what? You gotta think about it differently. You cannot react
Yeah.
that way. And you learn your triggers when you're in the process. So I've gone through a lot of therapy because I needed to heal myself from a lot of different things, from not just my divorce, but the loss of my parents. My stepfather also passed away, so I actually lost 3 parents. I went through another breakup that was horrifically painful. And then I met somebody else that I really liked, and that didn't work out. So it's been difficult, but I realize at this point, from the healing point, that the right person won't pass me by. And then I need to attract the right person into my life, not another person who's damaged. I'm not going to fix any guy
Yeah,
at this
because
point in his life.
You know, they always ask me in interviews why do people, you know, why is Sonny so popular and whatever, the character I play on General Hospital.
Oh, you were on General Hospital?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like-
I'll tell you
just
about it
won
later.
like 3 Emmys and
A
up
few
and
Emmys,
forth,
no,
and
yeah.
he's just never acted a day in his life until now. See how happy he is? He's totally faking it.
Right. But the reason is because I feel like the audience wanted to fix him. They all think they could fix him because Sonny was so damaged
Right.
and a bad boy.
Right.
And I think that's what made him who he is.
Well, that makes us attracted to men. I think sometimes when we're broken, we attract the broken guy because as women, we're nurturers.
Yeah.
And we
yeah,
think that the more we give, the more they'll love us.
Yeah.
If we fix them, then they'll love us more.
But the individual,
That never works out, by the way.
the man, exactly. The man, ultimately with everything, they have to be able to fix themselves.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem that many men and women don't, that they don't want to fix themselves. And we're continuing to try to get them to, until they do it themselves, you're not doing anything.
That's right. And I don't want to fix anybody
Right.
else. That's the thing. I've gone through a lot of therapy, a lot of self-healing, and I know that it's not my job to fix somebody else. I just have to fix myself and be a good mother to my child. That's it.
But yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
At this point in my life, especially, I want someone who has done the work on themselves.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at that point, you're running at a higher vibration.
And you also have to make sure that you do everything that I want.
Oh, I'm going to make sure that I just hit all the marks.
Exactly. Oh man. What else? Is that we done on relationships? We could talk about what made my relationship so.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's never, relationships are a trip.
Wait, where's Paula? Is she here yet? Let's get her in here.
She won't. Come in. It's like nothing's ever perfect.
No,
but I guess what comes down to what we talked about before, which is honesty, respect, and communication.
Right.
You gotta have that, and then and of course love, because that's like people have always said to me.
Well, the love thing got me in a lot of trouble. So.
Right, but people say to me, "You've been with your wife for so long. How come you never strayed, or you never was with, a lot of the actresses that I've been acting with?" And there's two reasons why I haven't. Mm-hmm. It's love, and I got way too much to lose.
Mm-hmm. And respect.
And respect, right. So, to me, that outweighs.
Of course.
But maybe with certain men, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're thinking
think
with one head, not the other. Sorry. There's two.
Yeah, but man.
What? But think about how broken they are.
I'm a screw.
Yeah, but you have.
I'm a mentally ill, bipolar,
and understanding not to cross the line.
But as a man, but here's a good one. If you want to cheat, is it that they believe they don't have much to lose, or it's all from impulse?
Well, it is nature.
Yeah, but the impulse, can't you
they can't control it.
Outweigh?
Obviously not. That's why they're doing it. Literally, but.
Yeah, but to me.
I just want to say one thing. If you are with a guy who is cheating on his wife, you better believe that they're going to cheat on you. I'm just telling that to the women out there. If you are with a man that cheats on his wife, when you are with him and you are married to him, he will also cheat on you. I'm sorry. I just know that to be true. 100%.
Yeah. I would have
They got away with it then, and they'll get away with it now. Unless they've been through so much, healing and therapy, and they've done all the work on themselves. And in order to do the work on yourself, by the way, I think you have to be by yourself. You cannot be a relationship hopper. You can't go from a marriage to a relationship or a marriage to a marriage, because when have you done the work on yourself at that point? You can't go from one relationship to another and think that that relationship is going to be any different from the one you left, because I promise you it won't, because you haven't fixed yourself. You haven't healed yourself. You have not given yourself time to be by yourself, to understand who it is that you are and what it is that you want and need. So how could you possibly become part of somebody else's life when you have not healed your own life?
Yeah.
And I think most people need to understand that they have to give themselves time to go through the grieving process of that relationship, to go through an evolution of who you are as a human being, and understanding of who it is that you are on your own without somebody else.
Yeah.
And I don't think people do that.
I've never been on my own.
Yeah,
ever.
it's not easy.
In 60 years, I've never been on my own.
It's not an easy thing when you're so used to being in a relationship. I've always been in a relationship since I was young, 15 to 30, then my marriage, and then another relationship, and then another relationship, and then seeing somebody. And then I was like, this has got to stop. I need to be by myself to heal myself, because I'm just going to attract wounded people. And it won't work out anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
until I heal myself. But I'm good now.
It's easy for you to say.
Why? You don't think I am?
No, you're good. Yeah. Yeah.
You see me like 99%, right?
No, I don't see any red flags.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty straightforward, upfront.
Yeah, and you got a lot of patience, and you don't let things. I can tell from the acting how you don't let anything bother, like, get in there of negativity. You're very like
Focused.
yeah. You're not gonna let because that stuff's not easy. Acting, it's not easy.
Am I a good actress?
Yes,
Wow. Did you guys hear
but
that?
let's not go.
But you're going to make me better, right? As we go along.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's what I kind of do. I like helping people.
See? You're going to help me in the dating world. You're going to help me find a husband. You're going to help me act better.
Yeah.
See what big brothers do?
So where are we at? We good?
I think we're good.
All right. Listen, this has been the Maurice and Anna.
Maurice and Anna show.
Maurice and Anna show. Second one was cool. Got a little
Yeah.
deeper. Got Anna to rein it in a little bit.
It's very hard to do. Don't let me loose.
But it was cool.
Don't let me spill all the secrets just yet.
Anyway, that's it.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Till next time.
Next time, next show.